I quickly wanted to illustrate the stuff I put in my review. There's the unit. It gets real hot. I was actually going to try and test it with a thermometer, but it goes off the chart and the thermometer can't even read a temperature that high. It causes some discomfort to actually touch it because of the heat. Not unusual for products like this, especially if they heat sink to the chassis, which is really what you want them to do, but just be aware it gets hot. I had also mentioned it's hard to unplug it because, as you can see, there's no texture on this connector. So if you try and pull it out of there, your fingers just slide right off it. Again, this is typical of lots of stuff I've used, but I wish people would put finger grips or knurls on that so it's easier to pull it out. The other thing I mentioned, I have an HDMI going out to this TV, which works, but you'll notice that the TV considers it a DisplayPort input for some reason, which obviously it's an HDMI input. This hasn't caused problems yet, but the EDID codes for DisplayPort and HDMI devices are different. So I can think of instances where that might be a problem. Hasn't really messed me up yet. I mentioned in the review about the light on my webcam coming on when the computer was actually shut down. I don't know why that's happening. Obviously right now it's supposed to be on, but that was kind of curious too. Other than that though, I've been really quite happy with the thing. I think those are the things I mentioned. Oh yeah, and occasionally the TV will not play audio over HDMI. Don't know why. I actually opened a tech ticket with Macintosh on that, and nobody has any idea why it was doing it. But if you put the TV or you put the computer to sleep and wake it back up, the problem goes away and audio passes over HDMI as it should. So just 5 really minor things that might not even happen to you if you aren't on a MacBook Pro, but I wanted to mention them.
There it is. My UTech stopped charging within a single week. It's the charging port. And it's my Mac. No charging. I have to connect it to my Lantern USB-C port for it to charge, or directly to my Mac. No charging.